In the beginning, there was radio.
The radio is one of the outstanding developments of the 20th century.
A radio transmitter was used for large-scale public entertainment.
Then came computers.
You got to keep up with the times, you know.
Imprints of man's never-ending path of progress.
Back in my day, we didn't have no fancy computer boxes to use.
Shall we play a game?
The internet tied it all together.
The internet gave us a whole world of exciting new possibilities.
A bright new era dawning. A new dimension in communications.
It is possible to establish communication instantaneously from any place at any time.
And now it's the 21st century, and we've made it all toxic.
Hold on to your hats. Okay, we're ready to roll.
This is Toxic Radio. Don't play it safe. Play it toxic.
That's what I'm talking about.
Keep listening to Toxic Radio all this month and you'll hear screams, growls, stories of death and dismemberment. And that's just the bands. At Toxic Radio, we do Halloween just a little bit harder. Don't play it safe. Play it toxic. Hey, buddy. Rah. Hey, man, that's a sweet heavy metal happy hour t-shirt. Where'd you pick that up?
Thanks, dude. I got it at the Toxic Radio shop.
Toxic Radio has a shop?
Yeah, dude. It's in the app or online at toxicradio.net.
That is sweet.
Yeah, and I also got a rockin' Toxic Radio hoodie and a Red Band Underground shirt. Dude, I'm gonna look so rockin' at the party tomorrow.
Well, I think you look pretty now.
Oh, wait, what?
The Toxic Radio shop is a place to get all your Toxic Radio gear. Shirts, hoodies, stickers. Find it at toxicradio.net or on the app. Don't buy it safe. Buy it toxic. Hey, where you going, man?
What's up, everyone? Welcome back. It's time to take a deep as I sip on my liquid death. We're looking for sponsors. Get at me. Anyway, that being said, thank you for coming back. Thursday, your favorite time of the week to take a deep. We got a lot to talk about today. Foods are getting recalled. Shipping, Christmas gifts, all that crap. It seems to be messed up in the near future, as everybody's saying, with all these shortages going on, and it's coming to roost as we speak. So keep seeing stories go across my line I wanted to share with you guys. Got a lot of stories to share. We're going to talk some TV talk and talk about House of Dragon. That's right. The prequel to the Game of Thrones series will be premiering in 2022. Whet your appetite a little bit with that. And all the other usual shenanigans that we go through. You know, wanted to voice some complaints. You know, like, I prefer sparkling water, if a lot of you have gotten to know me, actually. And I'm drinking regular water right now, which is okay. I mean, kind of regular for me. I do it for several reasons. I like to consume less plastic. Call me what you want for that. Aluminum is highly recyclable. And I like the taste of it. I would like to voice a complaint about my local 7-Eleven. Mike, have you ever gone to a convenience store? I know. Let me finish.
No, never.
And found something or discovered something that you liked, and you kept buying it and going back?
Yeah, it was cocaine.
Really? They sold that at a convenience store you're at?
It was liquid.
Nice.
Nice. It was an energy drink called cocaine.
Oh, an energy drink. Yeah, I
yeah.
could totally see you drinking that. Yeah, Mike's like, anything that hurts my veins, I'm all about.
Yeah, it was liquid energy drink cocaine. And on Whitney Payton's show, which she had a podcast here on Toxic Radio called what was it?
Cocaine in the Ass.
It was The Takeover, and on her show, I snorted the liquid cocaine energy drink off of a CD.
Oh, I thought you were gonna do it like off of a chick's ass or something, but
we didn't have any chicks that were down for that.
You weren't famous enough yet.
If you want to maybe put out an ad for that kind of performance, maybe we can get that going.
Yeah, come to Taking It Deep and let us snort cocaine energy drinks off your butt cheeks. Yeah. No.
Is that how we're gonna put the ad out?
Cut that commercial, Mike. Cut it.
All right, I'm cutting it like cocaine.
We party hard.
But yeah.
The reason why, oh wow, didn't they ban that?
They did. They banned it for like about a year, but then they came back out with it.
Why did they ban it?
Because at the top of the old version of that energy drink, it said the legal alternative, which that upset many people to think that it was, had cocaine in it.
Oh, okay.
K.O.
Yeah.
That was them for them?
So, yeah.
Gotcha. So, I like this liquid death drink. I used to drink Topo Chichu, which has become a cult favorite, but it has some kind of high level of chemical in it called PFAs. A lot of studies that got done behind it, behind Consumer Reports. So I switched to this. So I go to my local convenience store. I live not too far from a 7-Eleven. And I noticed that they don't ever restock fucking anything. They're the worst 7-Eleven ever. And I'm so tired of it. And I wanted to do a survey for them, but I don't like surveys. Like, Mike, don't you feel I don't like customer surveys. I feel like I resist them. Like, I don't like
I'll be honest with you. I've used to despise them and never did them. Nowadays I've started actually filling them out and taking the time and effort if you did a good job or a horrible job writing them out, because I realize with my current job right now how important and how much the company actually takes those to heart. As much as it seems like they don't matter, the company actually does use those metrics.
Well, now you have become your parents, because have you seen the Progressive commercial where they're like, this is where we go to prevent you from becoming your parents? You know, there's a scene where the mom is in the store at the airport like, oh, don't buy that. I packed tons of delicious snacks for you.
Right.
For the airplane, you know.
So I've become my parents.
Yeah. You're appreciating surveys. I resist them because I think it's a way for the man to control the little employees, and I hate it because I've experienced it on the other side.
But
of
what
being
do you?
a manager.
So what do you do if you deal with bullshit customer service or over the top great customer service?
I think it should be recognized, and I think bad customer service should also be treated correctly. However, the problem I have with customer surveys is this: I used to work at AT&T. I never want to work there again. And I have no problem saying they suck ass. Fuck you, AT&T. That being said, don't ever want you as a sponsor. Not that you would, but go fuck yourself.
AT&T's on the phone right now.
Yeah. Hang up on them. Reach out and touch me. Anyway, so these people, when I used to be a manager there would be this thing where they called it a customer feedback tool. Now, what companies don't realize is they really don't actually want honest feedback. And what do I mean by that? Because if you want honest feedback about bad customer service and good customer service, you won't put parameters around it. And what I mean is, if you tie it to someone's pay or you tie it to a penalty for their pay, it's going to get gamed. And the feedback then becomes muddied. And that's what these big companies don't fucking get. Because someone up top puts this idea out, let's do a customer feedback tool after that, right? You tie it to someone's compensation, and therefore, you won't get the real results, because everybody from the top guy on the way down, what are they going to do? They're going to fudge the results so they don't get fucked at the bank. Now, if these companies were smart and actually listened to their employees and they took honest feedback with no retribution, obviously, if you hear of a situation of, I didn't have a good experience because your cashier goosed my girlfriend. Understandable. Shouldn't goose, customers' girlfriends. So that's not what I'm talking about here. But I'll give you an example. When I was in the wireless world, one of the worst things that customer service reps used to do is say, hey, go to the store and get a SIM card. It will fix your shitty reception. When I worked for AT&T. That never fucking works. It doesn't work. And technology-wise, that's not what the SIM card does. It delivers the reception from the tower, or captures it, so to speak. It doesn't make the reception, okay? So therefore, if they have bad reception, it's because the fucking tower sucks where they're at all the time. Duh. So they'll send them into the store, and then the poor sales rep tries to help the customer. And guess what happens? They send a survey to that customer. They get the survey when they go home, and what does the survey say? Let's say fuck you because it hasn't worked. You send them to the store to get a bad solution, and now they're going to take it out on the sales rep. Is that the sales rep's fault? Mike?
Oh, I thought you were asking a rhetorical question.
I changed it on you.
You
So would that be the sales rep's fault? He's following the instructions that was given to him for the customer.
Absolutely not. But that's also that kind of thought process is why I try not to be too harsh. Like when I call for tech support or something on the people on the phone.
Let me give you one other way
that
where it got messed up, and this is where companies have no fucking idea because the people that make the rules don't get affected by these rules. So you had to have a 10 to be perfect. They want you to be at like a 95%. So you would have people that would give a survey and say, he was really excellent, but I don't give 10s, 9. So what would happen if you're below like 95%, I believe it was, you would lose $100 out of your paycheck, right? There would be people that would put comments in there that would say, I don't like AT&T because they donate to the Republican Party. This actually happened in a store I was at. I would go to my boss, like, listen, that's not really fair. I was the manager of a fight for my employees. Can we get that backed out? But no, there's nothing we could do. Nope, nothing we could do. We can send cell phone signal across the world, but we can't fix a survey like that. Nope, can't do it. Can't do it. Technology company can't do it. No way, no how. Can't do it. Can't do it. It's not can't. It's won't. And therefore, when you do that, then you started having people putting in fake emails on accounts, filling out the survey themselves. So they would get a perfect score. And they'd be like, wow, look at Johnny over here. He's got 150 surveys and they're all perfect. What excellent customer service he does. Right? And this is where these companies have no fucking clue because they come up with these ideas. They finger pop their buttholes at board meetings and go, oh, I think this is a great idea where we could get feedback on why our stock price jumped. They sound like a bunch of fucking Muppets around the round table, and they have no clue. And it still exists to this day to some point. So this is why I fucking hate surveys, because then I think about, am I fucking up some poor bastard's life by giving a survey? So I like to give direct feedback, you know, like, hey, I want you to hear that you suck from my mouth, not a survey. I want you to hear that you suck. Yeah, your service blows.
But are you telling the customer service rep that they suck, or are you telling the manager or supervisor?
Manager or supervisor, customer service rep, whoever it may be. But
if you tell this customer service rep, then it don't mean shit.
It doesn't. So my thing is, that's why I hate it, because it's just some corporate lingo bullshit to make you feel important or better. Like, would you like a survey, sir? You know, because we give a fuck about what you think after we got your money. No, I don't want your survey. You can
stuff it
up your ass.
Everybody tuning in right now, would you mind doing a toxic survey for me, please?
Yeah.
I'd like to know about your experience.
Don't do it on the Android app, though. You'll be fucked.
What does that mean? Right now, we're having issues with the iOS app, so suck it.
Meh. Yeah, well, we'll see. But, yeah, Mike would take – but, see, the thing is, I know Mike wouldn't say, you know what? We're going to take money away from you, employee, because we had a bad survey. Now, maybe he would have to do some other kind of corrective action, but he would want the honest feedback. And that's the whole point of customer feedback, is getting honest feedback. If you bastardize the system of customer feedback by making it something that would scare your employees, well, you're not going to get it. It's like hunting. You want to be out there and you want to roll up on this feedback. Well, you know, I got this data. And you want it to be natural. You don't want it to be forced. And when you do it that way, it's forced data because people are farming it and they're exploiting the system, whether to protect themselves or for personal gain. Now, long story short, I ended up leaving AT&T. They suspended me because I punched a customer service rep in the face. No, that's not what happened. I had a customer come in, and I figured out how to give customer SIM cards, make them happy, and make it not trigger a survey. So they said I was committing commission fraud for $75 a month. Makes sense, right?
It does.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
Does.
That's what it's like work for a shady corporation. AT&T, you're shady. You're shady as shit.
AT&T putting out all that shade.
Shady as shit.
Shady as shit. And if you knew how shitty shade is.
And you know what the funny thing is? I got in trouble for that, and I learned it from an area manager. But since I'm not a narc, I didn't tell on him. You know? And, yeah.
Why is telling on people such a bad thing, such a narc thing?
Cool. I didn't tell on him because he wasn't putting me in a bad position.
Why
he
is
was
that a negative thing?
I mean, if you are benefiting, I think, from what you're telling on about, I think that is negative.
But if the person did wrong, if the person is the one who messed up, if the person is the one who did not follow direction or rules, aren't they at fault just because you told somebody? What does that mean?
I mean, if you get caught dealing drugs and you decided to deal drugs too, should you give up the other guy because you were dealing drugs? You both were dealing drugs. Did anybody force you to do it?
Does it benefit you?
I don't know. We'll have to see.
If it benefits you, then yes.
But the point is I didn't want to ruin this guy's career, and I don't know if they would have believed me or not. But the point is that was told to me by other store managers, so they were just looking for something. But at the same time, that's what it's like. Customer feedback is balls.
There's a name of this show. Customer feedback is balls.
That's right.
Fight.
Yep. That's customer feedback. Every time I hear customer feedback, I think of this.
Oh, shit.
Flipper jerking off. So, that being said, I was noticing a lot of articles were coming out about, like, food being delayed or being called. Onions were getting recalled, and now I'm hearing about meat getting recalled. And it made me think, like, why is this happening? And it's not usually unusual for stuff like that to happen. It does. But I started thinking, what could spur this and make this happen? And then I realized, well, they keep talking about all the ships sitting out at the dock and food spoiling on the boats. So are people, and this is pure speculation, forcing these shipments through because of food shortage and or the food has been spoiled and they need to get oh, is there a shortage going on? Get locally sourced meat. Maybe your fat ass needs to eat less tacos. I don't know. But USDA issues urgent meat recall, so throw it away if you have any. This is on October 19th. The Food and Safety Inspection Service, which is part of the United States Department of Agriculture, recently issued a pork recall for more than 10,000 pounds of pork pallet products from Evans Food Group. The products in question were brought in the U.S. in mid-September, brought into the U.S. You see that? Much of the pork was processed into snacks like pork rinds and chicharrones. Mike's fucked.
Big time.
Big time. Mike's been like, man, why have I had explosive diarrhea so much lately? Honey, you've been putting a lot of paprika on these, haven't you? Ooh, it's spicy. So, as for the reason behind the recall, well, that's where things get interesting. While most meat-based recalls involve a contamination issue, this one is a bit different. The recall in this case stems from the fact that 10,000 pounds of pork pellets were mistakenly not subject to thorough inspection upon arriving in the U.S. so far. No adverse reactions have been reported, but the recall is being issued out of an abundance of caution. Now, I'm going to tell you that I didn't actually read that before I read it to you. And why am I telling you that? No, I do love show prep. Fuck you, Brad. The reason why is this. That's exactly what I was surmising and guessing was going on. So just 10,000 pounds just happened to slip through, the whole check process. Whoops, we missed 10,000 pounds of pork. We didn't touch it. We didn't see it. It's still good. Doesn't that seem a little fishy, Mike?
Yeah, but right now, if you watch the news and watch all the fucking bullshit that those guys are taking in because they're the ones holding up everything, they're like, just get us through this shit.
No, but
some of them are waiting around.
I
for
think
5
someone's
hours.
either getting bribed or greased and getting shit through that shouldn't be through.
From what I understand, one of the ports in Los Angeles, Biden just called them up and asked them to work 24 hours a day to try and get shit going on. So they're doing.
Yeah, but you know what? I know
we've all worked for places where, oh shit, this is a failure's not an option thing, and we need to get this out.
Let me
do
tell
whatever you gotta do.
I know someone that's a longshoreman, and that's a fucking sweet ass job to have because it's a union job,
right?
And if you're working that many hours, you're making some bank.
Oh yeah,
they were already doing that. They were already doing that.
A bank isn't even the word.
Yeah, so that's just a publicity stunt, in my opinion, but maybe it's not. You got the New York port. You got, Newark. You got, listen, my thing is this. I understand there's some stuff going on, but if I was anybody, I would try to get my meat locally sourced if I could for the time period. Just my advice, and that's what I'm going to try to do. What does that mean? You're going to have to cook your own meat. You're probably not going to be able to buy it from places like Taco Bell and put it in your shitty taco or Del Taco or all these other places. Unless you're going to have to be like those people from Portlandia. They're like, is your meat cage free? Is it free range meat? Do you want to be one of those people? I don't. So, find a local butcher, freeze it on your own. Me personally, I don't like meat coming from outside of the country. Just, it doesn't sit well with me. That's a whole nother discussion.
There's other kinds of meat that sit well with him.
Yeah, so you will really be messed up, Mike, because the pork recalls jalapeno pork skin, hot pork skin, fried pork skin, chili lime pork skin.
Oh, chili lime is the best.
Turkey Creek, dill pickle, I know that's your favorite. And chili lime, Turkey Creek, chicharrones. So, yeah, it's not. I just had this thought because then we're also having a problem with onions now, too, right? Did you hear about that one?
I actually have not heard much about this other than just seeing the ports and everything.
Yeah.
So, I don't.
The ports?
No, we're not. No
I
matter
mean,
what.
but just think about it. Like, when that happens, what's going to happen? I mean, I heard them talking about food spoiling on ships. Now, shouldn't there be refrigeration to keep that from happening?
This will just cause everybody to start growing their own shit.
They're going to grow poop?
What? No. Grow their own onions and grow their own produce.
Well, speaking of pooping, I just sent Mike a link.
Speaking of pooping.
I just sent Mike a link, and I want you to...
By the way, everybody, this man is a broadcasting professional, graduate of the prestigious CSB, and that was a transition, folks.
I'm partying, and if Mike would listen to the transition, he'd understand why I said poop, and click on this link, and you might see poop.
I did click on the link.
And so Suzanne Summers is 75 years old today. Now I'm going to party with her tonight in this song. She looks damn good for 75. And she took this picture. They said pantsless, so that I'm not going to lie. That's why I clicked on it. Go down. Keep going. She looks 75, damn good.
75, really good.
She's
very,
probably
very
Tupperware by this point, but
what is this?
Well, what does it look like she's doing, Mike?
It says here I am at 73 in my birthday suit.
Yeah, but what does it look like she's doing?
It does look like she's popping a squat.
She's pinching a loaf.
I mean, she's obviously not. I don't think that's what the picture she would choose to put on Instagram.
I think she's listening to Melissa Etheridge right now. Listen, that, good for her. But she looks
good for her.
She looks damn good.
I give mad props to any woman or man over the age of 60, I guess, that is comfortable enough to take pictures like that and still post them on social media. It takes a lot of balls or vagina, whatever way you want to put it, to do something like that. So kudos to her. Obviously, growing up in the 80s, she was a staple in everybody's household, and she's still staying relevant. So
let me ask you a question, Mike.
Yeah.
Have you ever jacked at the Three's Company?
I have not. Three's Company did not do it for me. Small Wonder.
You jacked at the Small Wonder.
She's a small.
You had to be
wonder.
8 when that was out.
Vicky, the robot. I don't know what year was Small Wonder out. I don't know.
You know she did a sex tape.
Her. Who's the boss? Whatever the fuck her name is.
Alyssa Milano.
Alyssa Milano was another one. Yeah. I mean, of course, from Saved by the Bell. What's her name? Say her name.
Tiffany Amber.
Yeah,
Thiessen.
Tiffany Amber Thiessen.
You
yes.
okay over there?
Yes.
Yeah. Hi, this is Zach Morris. I'm here to give your daughter a mushroom tattoo.
What?
That's what he said.
A mushroom tattoo.
Yeah. Hello, I'm here. Yeah. Crowd would go wild. Yeah. Woo.
I'm over here looking at her Instagram. She looks pretty good.
What's that?
How many followers do you think Suzanne Summers has? I'm actually shocked it's so low.
1.5 thousand.
1.5. Is that a number?
68,000.
No, more than that. 206,000. But I thought it was gonna be a lot more than that.
Yeah.
So
that's what I thought too when you hit me with that question about how many people are on the Toxic app. By the way, download it on iOS and Android. You're close to becoming our 1 millionth download. So keep it up, and you might do it.
There you go.
What's wrong with onions? I'll tell you. What's wrong with onions? Damn it!
I'm gonna tell you right now. The only show prep that Godfrey did this evening was all about onions
on the toilet.
pinching a loaf
on the toilet, pooping on company time. So, yeah, we'll tell you about the onions. We're going to talk about the House of Dragon, too. Lots to talk about, lots of interesting stuff, actually. And there's a few other things I wanted to share with you. Dog the Bounty Hunter is also not looking for that guy since they found him. I'm kind of glad Dog didn't find him. I've wanted other people to find him because it was definitely a glory grab. But whatever. We're going to cancel Christopher Columbus later. But before onions, I want to talk about something controversial. Wawa and pizza.
That's where you went.
Yep. They're testing a 16-inch pizza as menu experiments continues. Now, for those of you who are listening that aren't from the area, Wawa is the greatest convenience store in all of Earth. All of Earth. What's better?
Sheets.
Get the fuck out of here. How can you
Sheets?
How can you
so
say that
better.
and be from this area?
Sheets is
no, it's not. It's a novelty.
That's what tells you that Sheets is so much better. Is that I'm from here and I know that Sheets.
How many
is
times
so much
have you been
better.
to Sheets?
I've been to Sheets at least 20 or 30 times.
It's not better.
It is.
That's rubbish.
It's so much better.
Okay, well, listen, we'll let you. That's another discussion. There's a quest for them to develop a good pizza, and it's been reviewed. The company's innovation department, which has been busy in the last few years, recently began testing a new pizza. You know, they came out with hamburgers, cheeseburgers, things like that, at 2 locations. Its feedback is positive and may become available more widely. Well, it probably is. Not going to be my number 1 choice for pizza or my number 10 choice for pizza, but I probably will buy it over that crusty-ass 7-Eleven pizza. And, you know, I live near a 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven people and Wawa people, are they different? I think they are.
I choose 7-Eleven over Wawa any day.
Really? Why is that? Because they carry things like cocaine?
I believe it has better food, more convenient food, faster food.
Food?
They also have
7-Eleven has better food.
7-Eleven has way better food.
7-Eleven has the white trash selection of food.
They also have way better energy drink selection.
That may be true because they're willing to put experimental things on their shelves.
And a way better keto-friendly selection.
That's probably why you're saying that. Let me tell you something. 7-Eleven, I don't know if you knew they had a secret menu like Wendy's does. It's called the white trash.
Really?
Menu. Yeah. Might get this cut off because we said white trash by Facebook. But anyway, yeah, so if you ask them about the secret menu, they'll give you a reheated bowl of SpaghettiOs. Yep. Very true. And
what the fuck?
You never seen that before? Yeah.
No.
I was in there, and I was feeling bad for this guy. Poor little Indian guy, I'm in there, and, yeah, taquitos are nasty.
No,
when you
not.
walk
They're
into
delicious.
7-Eleven, it says, "Hi, sir. What can you give me that will make me get explosive diarrhea the quickest?"
Their taquitos and their hot dogs and their meat hot dogs, their burger, whatever hot dogs, whatever the fuck. They're amazing.
I love a good chili cheese hot dog, but they're not amazing. That is guaranteed diarrhea.
I'm going there right after this show.
I bet you are. You're going to get the quarter pounder Bahama Mama. So,
the Bahama Mama. You know how many times I've gotten that?
You probably took it front to back, too.
What?
Woo!
Excuse me, sir. Would you like this wrapped up in a bag or front to back?
Front to back.
I would like it inserted directly.
So, yeah, party time. So, yeah, I'm going there, and this poor guy. So, some 7-Elevens, mine sucks, so they don't really do this. They'll make, like, spicy Jamaican patties. They'll make, like, wings and, you know, little mini tacos and stuff like that. The good 7-Elevens do. Like, the real ones. Like, I get, like, shit 7-Eleven where it's like, we're kind of here. But they make wings. And this poor bastard is here. And these 2 ladies who are driving a Mercedes decide they're sweating him. They're making him individually pick out which wing they want that they ordered. They're like, no, I want the flats. I want the flats. And they're picking out the flats, and he's going through, like, I don't know, spicy buffalo to this flavor and that flavor because they're pre-made. I'm like, these motherfuckers are seriously trying to hand-pick their wings like they're buying fucking almonds at the supermarket. I'm like, are you shitting me right now? Like, I'm there at the counter looking to buy my shit. I'm like, wow, this is, okay. Yeah, that's it. I'm like, don't even make eye contact with them. Just look straight ahead. I'm better than you. I'm better than you.
I used to stop at 7-Eleven every day before work when it was on my way to work, and I worked there for 10 years. I used to stop there almost every day and get their breakfast sandwiches. I used to stop there every day and get the burritos.
Their breakfast sandwiches are horrendous. How do you like them?
I'm reminiscing right now.
You can listen. I guarantee you could probably go to a 7-Eleven right now. And there's still one left over that no one bought.
7-Eleven was the only place that sold the cocaine too.
Yeah. Well, we know that's a big factor for you. The cocaine factor.
I'll tell you what. I go to the 7-Eleven in Deptford all the time, and that guy knows me as the radio guy now. And
really?
He was trying to. Last time I was in there, he was talking to me. He was like, "I have an idea for radio."
He was like, "Are you fish?"
He was.
I listened to your show Saturday night. There's a rumor it might be coming back.
That is a rumor. I've heard that rumor.
Listen, okay, but I'm just saying, 7-Eleven is not like but I felt embarrassed for the people. Like they're sweating them. We need more clarification. We don't know what yes, Mike can be a dork. We are sweating this poor guy to individually pick each wing. Is that out of control? I mean, this is where customer feedback goes awry. Because if he complained to the customer and I was the manager and I got a complaint, I would call the customer back and be like, listen, I have to agree with my employee here. I think you're a little over the top. I think you think this is an Applebee's on a half-price appetizer day, and it's not. This is a fucking 7-Eleven. They're frozen. And you'll get the 10 wings that I'll give you, and you'll like it. Keep it moving.
I'll tell you what, 7-Eleven has the whole, what is it, the boneless wings on a stick. I had that one day. Really good.
Sheets.
Sheets is the shit.
Warm pretzel, they don't even have that at my 7-Eleven. That's fucking luxury. I have the worst 7-Eleven. Like, I want them to have that. A warm pretzel at 7-Eleven. That happens? Is that true?
One time I went to Wawa and ordered a turkey hoagie. Okay?
You can't even get that at 7-Eleven.
I left, and guess what part of the hoagie they forgot?
The turkey?
The turkey.
I mean, I'm not saying it's perfect.
I was driving down the shore, and we stop and we get it. We get in the car and we start just driving down as fast.
I wish I could have saw your face when that happened.
So we're already like 10 minutes out before I'm actually getting.
Did you have like a few swigs of soda and like some chips before you took the first bite?
Yeah, I did.
You were ready for it.
I took a big old bite and I'm chewing it because you don't really know, and you think to yourself for a second, you're like, "Oh, I just missed the turkey or missed the meat or something," and then you open it up and you notice that there's actually no meat in the sandwich.
See, you guys will never know the day where you didn't have the machine where you could romance the sandwich maker into some extra meat. Remember that?
How did you romance that?
I'm like, yeah, why don't you put some extra meat on there?
A little bit of
this? Hey, lean heavy on the meat right there. I like some meat with my hoagie. You could. They would hook you up if you asked them.
Sheets all the way.
Please.
Sheets all the way.
Please.
Sheets.
Turkey and cheese. So first off, bad sandwich selection to begin with. What did you put mayo on it at least?
Yeah. No, I don't. Here's another thing. No mayo.
Oh, that's
Do not go with mayo because there's a better selection than mayo.
You're gonna go Miracle Whip. Right?
Miracle Whip.
Okay.
Fight me on this. Miracle Whip is way better.
No.
Way better. It's got that tang to it. It's got that creaminess to it. Mayonnaise is, why don't you just jizz in my mouth?
They both look like jizz.
No. You want flavor. You want a little extra kick to it. You want to have it like
Miracle
there's a party in your mouth. Miracle Whip every day.
Miracle Whip is mayonnaise with sugar.
Miracle Whip every day. It
is the Kool-Aid of condiments.
It has that extra kick to it. You can't argue this. It's the best thing ever. Why would you ever put mayonnaise on anything when you've got Miracle Whip right there waiting to go on your sandwich?
I'm versatile when it comes to my sandwich. I'm very diverse, and I can go with either one.
No, you don't go either one. Why? If you've got answer me this. You go into the fridge. You're making yourself a sandwich. You want a condiment on there. You go in your fridge. You've got mayonnaise and Miracle Whip sitting right next to each other. Which one do you go with?
It depends what I'm putting it on.
It doesn't. No.
They have different applications.
How do they have different applications? What are you talking about? You're a crazy person.
The meat flavor. Salami's different than
turkey.
Wait.
So what is good? Break this down for me. Where's the application for mayonnaise, and where's the application for Miracle Whip?
I'm putting You can put Miracle Whip in potato salad. I'm gonna put mayonnaise on a hoagie.
Why?
Because it's better.
What?
I used to feel the same way you did. But then I became a human.
What are you trying to
I
say?
realized-
First off, mustard, yes, I agree. Mustard is mustard, and don't give me any of that spicy mustard.
Spicy mustard is way better than
or any kind
yellow
of other,
mustard
don't
is
give me-
ass.
No, yellow mustard is versatile. Yellow mustard is American. If you don't
Listen,
like yellow mustard,
you're
you're not American.
Yellow mustard.
What are you talking
yellow
about?
Mustard,
You're fucking crazy.
Yellow mustard is part of the white trash starter pack. You get a can of
What
SpaghettiOs
are you
with it.
talking about?
You get a frisbee from the local hospital. You get reflector shoes that are Velcro laces on it, and you get some ramen noodles.
Yellow mustard goes on fucking everything, and it's delicious. Yellow mustard all day, all night. If I had to go brown mustard,
spicy mustard. See my pinky up in the air?
No. And honey mustard is only good. The only application honey mustard even comes into play is with chicken nuggets. That's the only time honey mustard comes into play. Honey mustard stays in the back of the fridge until you come home with some nugs. Then you get the honey mustard out. Other than that, you're going yellow mustard every single time.
Yeah.
Every time.
I'm going to go.
Yellow mustard is the condiment you're always getting at the grocery store.
If I'm having a hot
you
dog,
always have to refill.
If I'm having a hot dog, I'm having spicy mustard on it.
What?
I feel like if you use yellow mustard, you have sex with the lights on.
What?
And your tube socks are on too.
Oh my
that's the type
God,
of,
you are
that's the type of individual you are
ridiculous.
if you use yellow mustard.
You're fucking ridiculous. Yellow mustard is America.
You're having sex with the lights on. That's all.
Oh my God. You are ridiculous. Everything and anything.
Ooh, honey, get the special sheet.
Oh.
We got to do it through the hole.
See, you have nobody agreeing with you. I got Gene from Wire to Wire agreeing with me all day, all night. You have no leg to stand on,
Just because you guys both have bad taste when it comes to mustard doesn't make you right.
Even Alex lies. Get out of here. You have no leg to stand on. Right now, I am batting 1,000. All right, in terms of, yellow mustard and Miracle Whip, boom, done. If you're at a fucking barbecue, those are the condiments.
Miracle Whip
also
is just
ketchup.
sugar.
Also ketchup. Other than that, that's where you should be.
No, you need relish as well.
I'll go with some relish, but you need some sweet relish. It's got to be sweet, but yes.
Why is it going to be sweet?
Because you got to have that
'Cause you gotta
tang,
have
bro.
sugar
Why
and
are you
everything.
against the tang?
I'm not against the tang, but that's why you like Miracle Whip, because you need Kool-Aid in everything. I'm telling you. That's why I need it. Would you dumpster dive Would you dumpster dive?
I have dumpster dived. What are you talking about?
Oh my
what
God.
kind of best segues into business, people? Best segues into business. Would you dumpster dive?
Well, we're talking about honey mustard. Dumpster diving is one of them, and not honey mustard, regular yellow mustard.
What are you? We're frazzling them, people. We're frazzling them.
I went. So this article caught me. It said I went dumpster diving at my local Whole Foods and found $1,000 worth of fresh baked goods and produce. Whole Foods that was like one cookie.
I've actually, first off, real fast, I agree with Eugene. Ketchup and mustard. I've actually put ketchup and mustard on my pizza, and it's delicious. I suggest everybody out there
On your pizza?
try ketchup and mustard on a slice of pizza. Delicious.
Well, it was probably shit pizza, like Ilio's. You're not buying a real pizza putting that on there. It was probably like school pizza. You were that kid that put mustard on your pizza at school, weren't you?
Absolutely, 100%.
I knew you were, and I'd be like,
Why
ew,
wouldn't I?
look at this asshole. You definitely were that kid. I knew it.
Yes.
What else did you put on your pizza? You probably put fucking peanut butter on there.
I'm also one of those guys.
You thought you were a Ninja Turtle, didn't you?
Yes, I did. I'm also one of those guys that enjoys a good Chicago dog.
I do as well.
There you go.
With spicy mustard on it. Fuck celery salt.
What? Fuck celery salt.
That's part of a real Chicago dog. You got to put celery salt.
That is true. Yeah. I used to get them at the Deptford Mall, where they used to have.
By the
them
way,
at
speaking of hot dogs,
A&W stand.
This is how I know spicy mustard has a place, because they make spicy mustard have a place at the Dollar Dog Night. Dollar Dog Night is like the Super Bowl of gluttony in Philadelphia. I swear to God, because I've seen people walk around with trash bags full of fucking dollar dogs. Like, just get 3 and be like, yeah, I got 3 hot dogs for $3. Some people are like, let me get a trash bag full of them. Like, seriously? A trash bag. My favorite turtle is Donatello.
Mikey all the way. So where were you going with the dumpster diving? Because they used to have a show a documentary that I saw on some television show where they actually showed poor people in New York, and they knew the hot spots around the New York area where, businesses at the end of the day would have to throw out their food that they didn't sell, and they used to get primo food out of the dumpsters.
Well, I'm going to show you something that I thought you wanted to know, Mike. And
I want to know everything.
I'm glad you asked me that, because I'm going to explain to the audience why I brought that up, and I'm going to send you a little link that shows a TikTok video that made me think of it. And in the meantime, you can bring that up. So it was a Whole Foods. Food can be a little expensive there, but some of the ingredients is better. I argue paying for better food is better for you health-wise, but, that's a whole nother thing. So the woman who goes by the name Dumpster Divin' Freegan on TikTok rummaged through bins at her local food store and found a range of bakery items, a case of baby food. Why do you eat baby food? Does she have a baby? I'm just saying. And even loo roll, which the store was throwing out. I don't even know what a loo roll is. She said everything was still packaged and unopened, and nothing was past its use-by date, and it was just full of just 1 day's worth of waste. Maybe it was an employee not trying to stock the shelves.
No, this actually happens on the regular. If people could get past the idea, the thought process that they are quote unquote dumpster diving.
I mean, if I was homeless, I would do it.
No, as a person who has income, that has a job, it is not a far-fetched thought process to go ahead and do this.
Yeah, I want to see you get this past Laura.
Because I'm dead serious.
It's gonna be like
companies on the regular will throw out perfectly fine, packaged, unopened, sealed products and food products from that night that they couldn't sell. So what is bad about that food item that just because it changed from the store shelf into a place where trash goes if it hasn't touched anything?
Just remember, if you're at the flea market and you're like, oh, that's weird, they're selling food there. Probably where he got it from.
But is that a bad thing? That's what I'm asking you, because nothing has touched that food item.
You would have to guarantee
the only difference is the receptacle that it was found in, whether it's on the store shelf.
So let's say the bags are sealed and the receptacle is full of semen. Is that okay?
But you're creating a scenario that would never happen. Full of semen?
What if it was
full of semen?
Peter Norton?
What kind of dumpster is? Oh, what's going on in that dumpster? Full of semen. Full of it.
Right under Peter North's apartment.
Full of it. But reality, like
what? AKA the human beer can.
Take away the fact that it's in a dumpster. It is in a large bin.
All right. What about like cross contamination with pork, seafood?
I told you. It's sealed, or it's in a package where it hasn't been touched.
What's your definition of seal?
Once it's been opened. Let's watch this video and then we'll discuss.
So did you dumpster dive for your lunch today?
I will tell you what I have done. Let's see what we got here.
Oh, we've seen you dumpster dive. We know.
Yeah. All right, let's see. I'm gonna make sure the audio is down. Okay, here we go.
Wonder if she dumpster dive for the hair dye.
Like unhappy about leaving Whole Foods. This is all I'm just throwing away today.
So I decided to go check it out. And this is everything that I found in one night at one location. There are nearly 100 loaves or packages of bread here, and this is just part one. We also found cases of olive oil, brand new baby food, toilet paper, and so much more. And the worst part is, none of this stuff was expired. Everything that I found was at least 2 days before its best-by date and could have easily been donated, frozen, or given to people who needed it. Fortunately, we were able to donate over 90% of what we found to our local food bank, but honestly, this is not okay.
So what's the problem?
That's fine. I mean, what if there was a recall on non-bread?
That's a what if. What if this happened? What if it was a whole dumpster full of semen to the top? What if this? What if that? What are you talking about?
I choose to participate in commerce.
You're looking at that's where you're going to go with this. I choose to participate in commerce. No, if people are throwing away stuff that isn't past its expiration date, is in a container, in a bag, or in a sealed container where it hasn't cross-contaminated, if it's in they just threw all this stuff in an actual trash bag and threw it out, you found that trash bag, took it out, and that was your return on you going into that trash, What is the problem?
So I have a thing here, right?
You're making you got to think about this logically.
If I was in this situation, I have. I mean, with my current day job, I don't think I paid for a meal in like months because I get free food all the time from them, fresh, hot free food, and it's not delivered from a dumpster. And I'm not.
Why does that matter to you so much?
Maybe I like hot food.
But none of that. There was bread and this.
If it was good and I was in a situation I'd do it, I would rather donate that to someone who could not. I don't think the situation's ideal, meaning wasting food, but at the same time, we don't know why they threw that out. Maybe there was a mouse infestation.
Dude, I used to work at Wendy's. For anybody that's worked in fast food or any kind of food industry,
I haven't done that. It's been
at the end of the day, I used to go home with bags upon bags of food because they were throwing it out at the end of the day. Now, if you go into...
What was the food that they threw out the most?
The food that they threw out the most was chicken because the burgers they used that didn't get sold or got too burnt, they used for the chili the next day.
What?
Yeah.
Now I'm not getting chili from Wendy's.
Why? What is your problem? Why? What is that an issue?
I want fresh chili.
Why are you so snooty about your food?
I just am.
You piece of shit. What is wrong with you?
I don't want the shits. That's the thing.
Why are you getting the shits? It's day-old burgers. There's nothing wrong with them. You yourself would put burgers, if you had a barbecue and put them in the fridge, you'd eat them for the rest of the week. Why is that an issue?
No, I would sell them on eBay.
Shut the fuck up. If you're at Dunkin' Donuts at the end of the day when they're going to close, and Dunkin' Donuts sits there and they have a whole bin filled with, let's say, bagels, okay, a whole bin full of bagels. They sit there, they pull out a trash bag, open up the trash bag, pour that bin of perfectly fine bagels because they can't sell them the next day because they've been out all day. You're not going to take them?
I mean,
why are you such a
I don't know. I'm not going to be looking for them. I mean, are you taking bags of bagel out of the trash?
It's you're
Laura will not allow you to bring that home.
You are fixated. If I'm out with friends and we're all eating, and somebody doesn't want to eat, let's say, fuck it, their pickle. It's on their plate. They place it on the top of the trash. It's sitting on their plate in their pickle in the trash. And I go over and take that pickle off. It technically was in the trash, but it was just on their plate. It never touched anything else. What is your problem?
So wait, what have you done? Wait, I'm trying to think. What is there? There is something that you've dumpster dived before that I've heard of.
Yes, French fries. It wasn't dumpster diving. It was at a concert.
So give me the surrounding of the French fries and be truthful here.
The surrounding, there wasn't anything surrounding. It was somebody walked up. We were with a group of people. And somebody out of that group didn't want the rest of their French fries. They went up and placed their tray on top of the trash can. And
they were eating the French fries before you.
Yeah.
Now, were they hand washers? What if they were the type to scratch their ass and then eat the French fries?
You have a girlfriend. Do you share your French fries with her?
She doesn't scratch her butthole. I wouldn't date her.
What do you mean you wouldn't date her if you will lick her asshole?
I don't eat ass.
She scratched her ass.
I don't eat ass.
Oh my god.
Mike thinks everyone eats ass.
Oh my god.
Mike's like, everyone eats ass.
Dude,
it's Friday night. It's ass eating night time at Mike's house. Eating the booty like groceries.
They're not sitting there rubbing every single French fry and picking them up and letting them drip out of their hand before they put them away.
But see, that's
They're
different.
sitting there picking
Listen,
out French fries.
You would have a case with things being sealed up.
Who are you, Howie Mandel, a germaphobe? Jesus Christ.
I'm not a germaphobe.
You're creating these scenarios in your head that do not exist.
It's a little bit different when it's sealed like you're talking about before than the
So now you're okay with taking food from the trash.
If I'm picking one of the two and it's sealed, I mean, I take that over someone going with the French fries and shit. Oh, I just finger banged my girlfriend. Oh, you want these? Oh, tastes like vinegar.
What do you think they did with the rest of the fries? You think they fingered all the fries too?
I just don't know where their hands were at before that. You're at a festival. Festivals are dirty. So how did the fries taste?
They tasted great. I didn't get sick. They were perfect.
Were you drunk or not drunk?
Drunk. Of course.
I remember Fish telling a story like this where you picked it like right off the top of the trash.
Right. Yes.
Same story?
Yeah, same story.
You see, you churched it up right there. You said it was on a platter, not in. You didn't say it was in the trash.
Because it wasn't in it. Okay.
Was it in the trash receptacle?
It was not in. It was the trash receptacle had gotten so filled that it was on the top.
Oh, we're churching it up now. So it had a silo shaped like a penis where it was on top.
Yeah.
It was like the sort of.
It wasn't in the trash. But again,
it was like the sword of the stone, but French fries.
Even if you go with like the whole George Costanza scene from Seinfeld,
that's totally you, by the way.
If it hasn't touched anything, if it's sitting on the top, what's the big deal? What is your problem?
Yeah, well,
you have it. You're fixating on the fact that it's quote unquote in a receptacle that we as human beings have deemed trash.
That they use other waste for. You can't tell me that dumpster only had that food in it.
It probably did, but it's not like a dumpster filled with whatever that other stuff is.
What if a raccoon's in there and he's eating the food?
Again, you'll see if he ate the food that you're pulling out.
What if there was a bite mark in the English muffin? Would you still have it?
No. Why? Who would do that? It's got a bite mark in it.
George Costanza did that with the eclair. There was one bite out of it.
But he knew it wasn't. He knew it wasn't an animal that did it.
He knew it was the mom.
Yeah.
But how did he know the mom didn't just get done eating ass? Okay. So we know where Mike stands on this. And he's standing pat. That's okay. Mike likes to dumpster dive, and I'm not gonna hate him for it. I still like him. He's an okay guy. Dumpster diving Larry that he is. But hey, you know what? To each or his or her own. So speaking of dumpster diving, the HBO special is House of Dragon is coming out. They're dumpster diving for ratings. No, this should be really good. So have you seen you haven't seen Game of Thrones yet, Mike, or
I've never watched. I think I watched the first episode, but never watched any more.
All right, well, this is a prequel, so you might actually get away with watching this. HBO's first House of the Dragon teaser was immediately brought fans back to the world of Westeros. The production continues on the splashy Game of Thrones prequel. We still have some waiting to do before the series hits screens, but co-showrunner Miguel Spacek offered another morsel to keep the devoted going through the trying times of anticipation, right? So it's going to have a different view, obviously, of the Game of Thrones. It's the prequel. And I think this is going to be really awesome. And I really think that if you haven't seen Game of Thrones, you could get away with seeing this, right? Because it is a prequel. It's against the law in most countries to eat a bratwurst without spicy mustard. I think I should move to any country that makes that law. Would you put yellow mustard on a bratwurst, Mike?
Yes.
You're fucked up.
Why would you eat it any other way?
You don't know how to eat bratwurst if you're putting yellow mustard on it. I mean, it's just crazy. So, the House of Dragon is going to be pretty cool. I mean, I'm excited for it. I know a lot of people out there are excited for it. It's coming in 2022. I really hate though when they tell you something's coming and it's like a year away. Like, why do that? Why torture people like that? Do you think they should just drop it on people? Like,
I love the Netflix way of doing it, just dropping every single episode all at once.
I like that too, but there is a certain romance to getting one episode a week too. Ted Lasso was awesome. I kind of relived it with that recently. What a great show. Ted Lasso, you should really check it out. I mean, Jason Sudeikis is the man. Sudeikis. Like Duke, like a Duke, right? Dookie. So this one's coming up, and yeah. So the person that's directing it became a Thrones favorite after directing acclaimed episodes like Hard Home in season 5, Battle of the Bastards, and The Winds of Winter in season 6, The Long Night in season 8. And now he's co-showrunning House of Dragon with Ryan Condal, who co-created the prequel series with George R.R. Martin, who is the author. So I think it's going to be really good. Get ready for that. I don't have any Dark Side of the Ring actual episodes. Did you actually watch the Luna Fasham one, Mike?
I did. It was very interesting.
Very good. I thought it was good.
I thought it was good.
I didn't know that much about her background because when I was more of a kid then when she was like really at her height, but
I didn't know about her full on like wrestling skill set. I didn't know about her background, like you said, and I really only knew what I saw from her in WWE, so it was very revealing.
Yeah, it is very revealing.
And her childhood and how she came to be a Fashan was very fucked up.
I feel like 9 out of 10 of these wrestling stories, or 8 out of 10, they all have a fucked up childhood.
I mean, I feel like almost anybody who gets into media or entertainment in some way, shape, or form has had a weird childhood that causes you to want attention. I mean, I'm probably wrong, and there's exceptions to all things, but that's kind of where I'm at.
So I saw The Sopranos, and I talked about it a couple weeks ago, or last week, how it was okay. It wasn't great. It wasn't bad. I think Alex's movie review was spot on, but I was reading up on it, and I saw an article called James Gandolfini Threw a Temper Tantrum Over a Sopranos Masturbation Scene. So James Gandolfini wasn't jerking around on the set of The Sopranos. The late actor in 2013, who tragically passed away in 2013, reportedly threw a temper tantrum after he was ordered to film a masturbation scene for the groundbreaking series. According to the new book Tinderbox, HBO's Ruthless Pursuit of New Frontiers, the show's writers penned a scene in which Gandolfini's character, Tony Soprano, pleasured himself in a gas station bathroom. Gandolfini, who once claimed he showered after filming scenes for The Sopranos because he felt dirty, was said to vehemently oppose to including the Randy moment, which was written partway through the 6th season. However, he relented and filmed the frisky scene before it was later cut from the final version of the episode. So hold on a second. As an actor, I'd be like, you're going to make me go through that. And now you're going to cut it. Did you just want to see me jerk off? Like, what the fuck? I'd be pissed if I was him too. So.
As long as I'm getting paid.
Yeah.
Don't have to jump through dumpsters.
Yeah, there were fitful bouts of disruptus, incredulous, as he reacted to certain scripts he was handed, the book's author wrote. So, James Andrew Miller. So, it's a nice book maybe to read called Tinderbox if you want to look it up, talking about behind the scenes with Gandolfini and, some of the shows that HBO produced, if you're a book reader. Mike, he's the Yellow Mustard guy. He's reading comics. So.
I'm not reading. I'm listening to audiobooks.
Do you?
Yes.
I don't know if I believe that.
Can you believe it?
That's Mike. He's like, I'm reading a book. The seagulls start flying. So, yeah, Gandolfini. Man, I'm still feel shocking that he died so young, right? Like, I almost feel...
Absolutely.
I feel like that movie should have had him in it. I know they couldn't have done it, but it just feels weird. So, I don't know. I always think about The Sopranos when Columbus Day comes around because of the scene they had where people were getting upset about people protesting Columbus Day. And I always like to break people's balls about Columbus Day because everybody, makes it a point of pride. And I'm not going to go here with the indigenous people talk. I just want to say, let's just call Columbus what he was. He was no Magellan. He wasn't a good sailor. And he went to the place he got to by mistake. And he wasn't the first to North America. Actually, Vikings beat him here. And they found this by finding structures in Newfoundland, Canada. Goodbye, Columbus. He didn't even come to America. He didn't even set foot in America, and we celebrate him here. Not even one fucking foot. He was in the West Indies, which is around Jamaica. And so, goodbye, Columbus. We're going to cancel you. Not because of the other reasons. Vikings crossed the Atlantic over 1,000 years ago. That's right, 300 plus years before Columbus. Long before Columbus crossed the Atlantic, 8 timber frame buildings covered in sod stood on a terrace above a peat bog. I don't know what a peat bog is, and stream at the northern tip of Canada's island of Newfoundland, evidence that the Vikings had reached the New World first. But precisely when the Vikings journeyed to establish the Lennox Oxen Meadows settlement had remained unclear until now. Scientists on Wednesday said a new type of dating technique using a long ago solar storm as reference point revealed that the settlement was occupied in 1021 AD, exactly a millennium ago, and 471 years before the first voyage of Christopher Columbus. The technique was used on 3 pieces of wood cut for the settlement, all pointing to the same year. So, here's the thing about that. Yeah, Columbus is a fraud. So, fuck him. He did. I mean, that's the real. If you read on the story, some say he's.
I know.
Some say he's Portuguese, and people get so upset. Every Columbus Day, people are like, Columbus Day. The indigenous people. This, that. Okay, great. I understand. I don't care. I don't care about the stupid statue in Philadelphia. And if it means something to you, I respect it. I get it. That's fine. I don't really have a problem with it. But let's not pretend like he was the first to discover it, because he wasn't. In fact, do you know who America was named after? Or North America? Americo Vespucci, who is a sailor. You think he'd be more celebrated as an Italian immigrant than the guy who didn't even make it to America? Jesus. Canceled. Fuck that guy. Anyway, yeah, and it was an epic fail. Wasn't he looking for India? I think he was looking for India.
Yeah.
Think how fucking far that is from where he actually ended up. That's like, hey, kids, we're going to go on a road trip. We're going to check out Texas. Dad, that says South Dakota. Yeah. Embarrassing.
You failed.
So with that being said, folks, we're going to end things on that beautiful, uplifting note. What did we learn today? Spicy mustard is better than yellow mustard. Miracle Whip is for people that like sheets. And with that being said, this is the Godfrey, not saying goodbye, just saying take it deep.